Growing up, Italian parents said things that sounded threatening, confusing, and completely unhinged, and we never questioned it until today. We're gonna question it. This is the BOH Podcast with your good friend Rocco the Comic here in the famous Basamento. It's not famous, but you know. So listen, I was thinking, like, now that I'm a dad, there's things that I say to my kids that I wonder if down the road they're gonna be like, "What the hell was he talking about?" And so I started thinking about stuff that I heard growing up, and I want to question it. And I want to know if other people had that same nonsense said to them, and they're just confused. I mean, my mother. So I'll start this off with, in my house, my mother was the person who disciplined us. Okay, my mother was the one who hit us the most. Not like not abused. Sorry, ma, you didn't abuse me. I know. She didn't. She was the one who yelled at us the most, right? And then if stuff escalated to a point where it was out of control, that's when she'd call my father in. And my father, I say it's funny because it reminded me of like the Ultimate Warrior in old WWF. You know, Ultimate Warrior used to charge down the aisle and into the ring and take care of the guy in like 2 seconds, then leave. That was my dad. My dad would run out, hit us, yell at us, do whatever he had to do, but because of his intimidation factor, it ended everything. So that's what it is. My father was the ultimate warrior. But my mother was the main person who yelled at us, disciplined us. And I remember, she probably heard this on TV because I don't think it's an Italian thing, but it's something my mom used to say. And it never made sense to me. And it was, I brought you into this world so I could take you out. Like, it just said so easily. Like, listen, I don't think there's a clear connection between giving birth and murder. Like, just because you birthed me doesn't mean you have a free pass to murder me. It's like, and as a kid, you don't question it. You think there's some logic behind it. Do I? It's it. I thought as a kid that maybe if your mother murdered you, the judge would be like, oh, well, it was like a undo type of situation. Control Z on the keyboard. You undid your problem. You made a mistake. You undid it. We got rid of this guy, but you gave birth to him, so you're allowed to get rid of him. But it just she was so confident. I think it's the way they say it with all this confidence. It makes it stick. Like my mother, who says she loves me, has a free pass to murder me. I just don't understand. I mean, listen, I was not an easy kid to deal with. I'm sure I was a smartass. Okay, very huge smartass. I was very shy in public, but in the house, smartass. I mean, here's the thing. My mother, when she only hit us once. Not like in total. Like in a when she got mad at us, she would hit us once. It's not like she would go back for more and give us beatings. Her hands would always swing once. And then when she made contact, she would say "es uno," and that means and there's one. Like she's counting the hits. Like she has a tally somewhere of these hits. And it worked as a kid. I mean, you didn't want to get eso due. You don't want number two. Eso three. You don't want the third one. Eso uno. That was the one. That's the one that's gonna make you act right. But again, me being a smartass. Also, me becoming taller than my mom by the time I was like 12 did not help. Because I knew she only had one hit. My mother was too good-hearted to hit me twice. So I always knew she had only one hit in her. And if she wasted it, it didn't make contact, but the S uno came out, I'd start asking. Ma, where's do it? Where's the do it? Is the number two coming anytime soon? It didn't help. It didn't help. One time, my mo. So here's the thing. I knew how to get under my mother's skin, bad, and I got her to throw the gallon jugs of wine at my head. It was not full, right? So it's not like it was gonna go in the garbage anyway, or we were gonna save it. Man, it's not. Who am I kidding? That thing was never seen the garbage. It was gonna get saved for something, but it didn't. It got thrown at my head. I forgot how old I was. I think I was either a teenager, young teenager, not, and I wanted to go outside or something. What it was, and then she was yelling at me not to because it was almost dinner and blah, blah, some nonsense. And I was answering her back. And Ultimate Warrior was, not available at the moment, I guess. Maybe he was sleeping, whatever it was. She had enough. I barely got like my answers out until I saw this bottle barreling towards my head. I luckily duck out of the way, and this thing shatters behind me. Shatters. Everywhere, glass. And that wasn't no S uno, okay? Because it was she probably was mad at something else. I was probably just a victim of whatever she was mad at the moment, okay? Because I didn't clean the glass. Because listen, here's the thing. Here's the truth. I was the only boy, and I was the baby. Like I tell a lot of people, I'm not. I guess I don't know if I'm proud of it. I can be proud of it. I didn't have to do anything growing up because I was the only boy and I was the baby. So I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to make my bed. I didn't have to put my clothes away. I didn't have to do dishes. I didn't have to clear a table. I didn't have to do anything growing up. So when my mother broke that bottle, tried to break that bottle over my head, I knew I wasn't going to have to be the one to clean it. So, look what you did. I think I even said that. I might even told her, I said, look what you did. Look what you did. You made a mess. Now there's glass everywhere. Who's going to clean this mess up? I was like an abusive husband as a teenager. Look what you did now. You messed it up. Probably deserved it. I did. I was a smartass. I still am a smartass, but I'm not like mean about it. I was young in my smartass era. So when you're learning what. Ironically, I just had a conversation with my son. My youngest son is basically me as a kid. The biggest smartass you'll ever see. He just has an answer for everything. He drives me nuts. He drives everyone nuts. He drives this whole house nuts. And I just had a conversation with him, which, ironically, I just had this conversation with him, and I'm doing this episode, which I didn't connect until now. I just told him, I said, because he thinks he's being funny. He says stuff, and he thinks he's being funny, but he's actually being a dick. I told him, I said, there's a thin line between being funny and being a dick. And right now, you just all the way on the side of being a dick. Yeah, but people are laughing. Yeah, because you're not giving them an option to do anything else. They're not gonna hit you. You're 10. At 10 years old, you probably do deserve to get punched in the face for stuff you say, but you're not gonna get punched in the face for the stuff you say. So you're being a dick. That's exactly what I told him. So who knows? Maybe 30, 29 years from now, my son's gonna be doing a podcast, and on the episode he's gonna be saying, "Oh, my father called me a dick at 10 years old." Yeah, well, he's being a dick. So that's the stuff that I say. But again, going back to what we're trying to discuss here, the sayings, the phrases, I don't know where they come from. And I'm sure if there's one thing you're going to know about me, I'm going to say something. I'm going to Google it later and figure it out, but I'm not going to Google to have research to tell. If I don't know it when I say it, I'm not going to stop myself. So I'm sure there's a reason or an origin to, I brought you into this world and I'm going to take you out. There's an origin about that. There was a mom and then whatever. I didn't Google anything before I say it. So this is not a historically accurate podcast. This is just cazzate that I'm going to say. Okay? Even nessuno. I'm sure, listen, I don't know if any other mother said it. I've only had one mother and I was only hit by one mother. So you guys got to let me know the stuff on that because I don't know. But this is something I always heard growing up, and I knew why it was said. I don't know, but I knew why, but I didn't know why. And I still don't know why. And I think I might know why. But I have no idea what the hell I just tried to say. But we'll get there. So, when people don't want to say Mafanculo, alright? Mafanculo. People say Mafan Napoli. Alright? Why? Where did that come from? Why Napoli specifically? Why are we telling people Mafan Napoli? Why don't we tell people Mafan Bari? Mafan Roma? Did we try this out before we settled on Napoli? You know, for like a few weeks we go Mafan Palermo, and then it didn't work out. And we were like, nah, you know what? Doesn't really roll off the tongue well. Maybe this week we try Calabria. Mafan Calabria, you know? I don't like it, guys. Mafan Calabria, I don't like it. The C, it's too long of a word. We need something nice and Mafan Firenze. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Mafan Vatican City. No, that doesn't work. Mafan, you got something there. Mafan Napoli, I like it. I like it. Mafan. Why? I want to be in the room when that was decided. Like, I get it. There's probably like a bias against Napolitans, as if Napoli seen as a lesser of something. There's probably a reason like that behind it. But it's just, it doesn't make sense to me. Fun. And listen, like I said, there's gonna be an Italian historian that knows the original reason why we did this, because in 1827 there was a guy named Filippo and he went to go buy some bread and then I know there's a story, but like I said, I'm an idiot, so I do not really know the stories. I'm throwing up words for you. But Napoli's nice. Like, I want to go to visit Napoli this summer. So, like, in Napoli, right? If you're in Napoli, so I'm sitting there in Napoli. I'm under the thing of Maradona, right? Do they say "Fun Napoli" when you're in Napoli? Because how you telling someone, go to Napoli, but you're already there. I'm already here. Already. So it's like when, when your wife tells you, go to hell, and then you answer, too late, already here. I'm already in hell. Not my situation. It's just I'm going to cut that part out, maybe, because I don't want to get in trouble. But I still don't understand it. Maybe we could start like a movement. Let's go back to the rotation, right? Ma va fa pizza. Huh? Ma va fa pizza. Oh, ma va fanto pizza. Right? Guys. Ma va fanto pizza. Oh. What are you? You're looking at me. Ma va fanto pizza. But pizza also means weight, so. Let's see. Try it out. Let's brainstorm, guys. Let's brainstorm. Ma va fanto broccolino. Ma va fa broccoli. See, it's too long. Ma va fa Staten Island. It's not. Ma va fa tora. I'm spending way too much time on this. I'm gonna. You guys think about it. You let me know in the comments. You let me know which one is best. Because I think we back off Napoli for a little bit. I love ma fun Napoli. But I think we give them a break. So, the final saying that I grew up around that still to this day, and again, remember, idiot, I do not Google. There's definitely an origin story. I don't know it. But growing up, if I had like a loud sneeze, instead of saying like bless you or salute, my father would say yettu sangu. Right? And I thought that sounded amazing. Like throw blood? Like what, bro, that's the sickest way. That is the sickest way to say God bless you to somebody. Yettu sangu. Right? So I was a kid. I was waiting for my moment. My moment to bring that out to the public. Right? Yettu sangu right now is only in my four walls at home. But I was ready. I was ready to tell someone, yettu sangu. And I don't think I really thought it fully through based on the audience, right? So we're at dinner in Nonna's house. And I think I'm horrible with ages, because here's the thing. From 5 to 10, I think I looked exactly the same. From 10 to 20, I looked exactly the same. You can't see a picture of me unless I'm holding a newspaper. You can't really pinpoint when it was, because I look the same for everything. That's why this whole 2016, 2026 challenge meant nothing for me, because I look the exact same now that I did in 2016. The only difference is my hair was blacker, my hair was thicker. So if I go like, holy shit, I'm not doing that, because you can see what's going on up there. So I don't know how old I was, but I was sitting at the dinner table. And we had dinner at Nonna's house in the basement. My Nonna lived in the basement every night. I would sit here. My Nonna sat to my left. My father sat to my right. My sister sat across from me. My mother sat to the left. My aunt was always late because she worked at the bank and was never really there on time, so she ended up eating after us. If she was there, she would sit next to my mom. Then I had my zio at the other end of the table, and Nonna never sat down. She had a chair there, but she never sat down. So we're sitting there, we're eating dinner. Nonno sneezes. Loud sneeze. And I feel it. It's coming up. It's coming up. The sneeze is loud. It's one of those, right? It's coming up. And I turn to Nonno. Yettu sangu. I look around for everyone to. He did it. He brought it out. Look at that. He said it perfect. Timing. The timing was impeccable. Yettu sangu. Apparently, I don't know. Again, I don't know where that came from. I just heard my dad say it. It sounded really cool. So I wanted to say it. And one thing about my dinner table growing up, my zio mimmo, and my nonno were primed to have an argument at dinner. They would argue for hours. I don't think I ever sat at a dinner table where they didn't argue. So me saying yettu sangu turned into a debate between zio and nonno. Okay? They were debating what yettu sangu meant. How do you use it in a sentence? Is it appropriate to say? Oh my, I didn't understand what I just did. They're arguing for 20 minutes. It's just never ending, this argument. And I'm sitting there eating. And I continue eating while they're arguing about something. And I'm looking at my dad's not even, I'm like, you can fix this by just saying that, hey, I say it, he heard me, and that. No, he's sitting quietly while this thing's happening here. Again, no, I don't remember whose stance was where. I don't know. I just know they will argue. Sometimes I think they argue just to argue. Because they were arguing about the meaning of yettu sangu. It means throw blood. Very graphic. I mean, this has to be like some type when there was a plague or something. Arguing. Whatever it was getting, the level of this argument was raising. So much. My nonno was a pretty calm guy. Like I said in previous episodes, suit all the time. Nonno is getting so aggravated with this argument that he gets so pissed. He takes his plate, and he slams it down the table, gets up, and leaves. And we're all sitting there in the aftermath of this argument. I think Tsumimo at that point then got up and went upstairs. All because I said yettu sangu instead of saying salud or God bless you. Yeah, so safe to say, I yettu sangu has been. I never said it again. Yettu sangu, it ended there for me. I didn't say it to anyone again. And my father still said it. But I wasn't gonna, because I caused a whole commotion because I said it. I still don't know if I was wrong. Till this, I'm not Googling that. All right? Maybe AI will be able to tell me, but I don't. Whew! That was an intense fight. I mean, again, I'm an idiot. There was a similar time. I think I was younger. It was when we lived on a different block. So I had to be probably second grade, first grade. I wanted to, again, my uncle argues with anybody. And here's the thing. I was very scared of my Tsumimo. And now he's like a puppy for my kids and my niece and nephew. And I tell my mom, I'm like, I was scared of that guy. And now, like, you guys tease him openly, like it's okay. Like, I want to add that my Tsumimo is Barese, and he's like 5'2". But I was scared of him because he was loud, he argued, right? And he knew what he wanted. But now he's like a puppy for my kids and my niece and nephew. So yeah, he always argued. He always was. And I remember one time, that's it. I had enough of his arguing. So I was gonna curse him out. I was gonna curse him out, but I couldn't curse. I wasn't allowed to curse. I was only in first grade. I wasn't allowed to curse in front of my parent. I didn't curse anyway. All right. I wasn't allowed to cross the street by myself until I was like in 8th grade. So I wasn't allowed to curse. So I wanted to curse him out, but I couldn't curse. So I just looked at him and said, "Hey, F you." And then I went to my room, and then I got S1, and then I got Ultimate Warrior, and then everyone was mad at me. Cause I mean, if we're being honest, just saying the initials doesn't change the fact that the word fuck was intended, right? Just because I said F you doesn't mean like, hey, F you. It still means fuck you. I just didn't say the full word. I turned it into an acronym. So I still was a first grader telling my uncle, fuck you. So, yeah, I was an idiot growing up. So yeah. So that's my thought process for today. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say, what you guys think of all this. You guys, to that Italian historian that's gonna fix me on all the things I just said. I look forward to your thesis. I look forward to your research report. Keep it brief, under 500 characters, because I'm not gonna read too much. But salute! If you sneeze, don't say yettu sangu. I'll see you guys next week. As always, visit roccothecomic.com for all your Rocco desires. No one desires me, but you know what I mean. Go to my website. I'll talk to you guys later. I don't know why I just fucking kissed the camera. I'll lean back like this, and then I'm gonna come forward. I'll lean back, and I'm gonna come forward. Gonna lean back, and that, and that. You like this shirt? I can't stand up when I wear this shirt because it become a belly shirt. I hate that. Why does every shirt I own, again, I gotta look over there. I don't gotta look at me. I'm not talking to me. I'm talking to that.